You know, every single day, we all face the same choice. What are we actually going to do with our time? Today, we're diving into a really simple, but honestly, a pretty powerful story that might just change how you think about that question. So let's just start with this. I want you to think about yesterday, or maybe just this morning. Were you really, truly making the most of your time? It's a tough question, I know. Let's see if this story gives us a new way to look at it. All right, so our story is all about these two twin brothers, Sonu and Mono. Now, they live in the same house, but as you're about to see, they have completely different philosophies on how to live life. And the differences between them are, well, they're crystal clear. On one hand, you've got Sonu. He's the planner, the guy who just gets things done. And on the other hand, you've got Mono. He's all about living in the moment, always thinking, yeah, I'll just do it tomorrow. So the whole story really plays out over a single Sunday, a day off from school. For both of them, it's a day of total freedom. But the way they each decide to use that freedom, well, that's what sends them down two completely different paths. So here's what's on the line. They've got a Hindi test on Monday, tomorrow, and a big English project due in just 2 days. So this Sunday isn't just any old day off, it's crunch time. The choice couldn't be simpler. Get to work now or play now and worry later. And right away, their paths split. As soon as the sun's up, Sonu is already at his desk, hitting the books for that Hindi test. But Monu, he hears his friends outside, ready for a game of cricket, and decides his schoolwork can definitely wait. And this is Monu's thinking. I mean, come on, haven't we all said this to ourselves at some point? I've got plenty of time. It's the classic procrastinator's model, right? You're basically banking on this idea that you have infinite time later and that having fun right now is way more important. So by the afternoon, Sonu's already finished studying for his test and has moved on to the English project. He's building up this great momentum. Monu, though, he comes home, he's tired from playing, and he just trades one distraction for another. He swaps the cricket field for the couch and turns on the TV. Okay, so as Sunday starts to wrap up, the results of their choices are about to come due. The time for making excuses is pretty much over. Now it's time to see what all that work, or lack of it, actually produced. The very next day in class, the outcome is, well, it's exactly what you'd think. Sonu gets praised by the teacher for his great marks. Meanwhile, Monu gets a scolding for his poor performance. It's a direct consequence of how they both spent that one Sunday. And the fallout doesn't stop at school. When he gets home, his mom hits him with this really painful truth. She points out that his habit of putting things off isn't just about grades. It's making him fall behind everyone else, including his own brother. Now this is the real turning point. Monu is facing bad grades, he's facing his family's disappointment, and he has a choice to make. Does he connect the dots between his actions and the results? Or does he find something else to blame? And there it is, the ultimate excuse. It wasn't his fault for playing cricket. It wasn't his fault for watching TV. Nope. It was just bad luck. See, by blaming something totally out of his control, he gets to avoid looking at the choices that were completely in his control. But his father, he sees right through this, and instead of just getting angry, he decides to share some really timeless wisdom about how time and work and even luck itself actually work. So his father just breaks it down for him. Lesson number 1, stop putting things off until tomorrow that you can get done today. Simple. Lesson 2, you have to understand that time is your most precious resource, and how you use it decides everything. And then the final and maybe the most important point, luck isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you make for yourself with hard work and preparation. And really, that's the whole heart of the story, isn't it? Sonu's so-called good luck and Monu's bad luck, they weren't random at all. They were the direct results of how each of them decided to spend the exact same number of hours. Which, of course, brings this all back to you. The story of Sonu and Monu, it's not really about them. It's about the two paths that are waiting for all of us every single morning. So here's the question I want to leave you with. Tomorrow is a brand new day, a fresh start. How are you going to invest your time?